So here we say user created. Then let's print the user here. We say user credential dot user dot let's get his ID here. Okay, so we need to add now check here. Okay, user created, and then this is his ID. So let's test now. Okay, let's see if we get here. So before this starts, we need to start the loading here. Okay, so maybe inside here, this method here, up here, let's say is loading will be equal to true. Yeah, we can start the loading here and notify the changes. Okay, and then right after it's done, let's go back here. Later on, after we save the user here, we can set his loading back to false. Okay, so let's go on ahead and test if we create the user. So first, let's run the application. So while the application is running, we need to do some Firebase configurations. Okay, so let's minimize this. So here in our console, we need to come back to the project. Here we are in our project. Let's go to the project settings. So here we need to add the fingerprints, okay, for the Android app. Okay, so here on the Android app, the one which is on top, we need to add the fingerprints here. So to do that, we need to, I've got let me open up my notepad here. So let's minimize that. Let's open up here. So for Windows, you need to follow these steps. Okay, so I'm going to zoom this out. So for Windows, you follow this first step, and then for Mac, you do this. For those of you on the Mac, you just open up your terminal and then run this command, and then paste this command and run it. Okay, then for Windows, let's do this step. So it says go to your Java bin directory via the CMD. So let me open up my Explorer, and then here, so let me put it here. So I'm going to go to my C drive, C, and then program files, and then I'm going to Java, and then I'm going to this JDK SDK. So make sure you've installed Java. Java needs to be installed for both Windows and iOS. You need to have installed Java and Android Studio. So these two are required. Okay, so let me get inside here and then get inside bin folder. Then in here, which is this tab, let's open this up, which is this tab, and then in here I'm going to click here, and then on my Windows I will hold the shift key, and then right click here. Then I want to open up, I can open up the terminal or shell. So let me just open up the terminal. Here it is opened up for me. I am in this folder. Okay, so here in this folder now, I'm just going to copy this code here. I'm going to put this file in the description, guys, don't worry. So this will be in the description. You can just copy as well instead of just reading the screen here. Okay, so and then let's go back to the command and then paste that here, and then here where it says your name here, go in there, then I'm just going to put my name here, which is like this. RAPHA, which is exactly my name as per my computer. If I come back to C users, here's my username. Okay, so let's minimize that, and then once I change that, I can just bring this cursor back to the end here and then press enter. So here you can see that we've got our key here. So this will be our SHA key, and then the second one will be our SHA 256. So I'm going to copy this SHA key. Let me copy that. Then I'm going back to the browser. So here I'm going to click on add fingerprint, then paste it here, then save. Then let's go back to the terminal and copy the SHA 256. I'm going to copy, go back to our project, add fingerprint, and then paste it and then save it. Okay, so that's it for the SHA key. You only need to do it for the Android app. And then next, now let's go to the build. Let's start with authentication. So there's our authentication. You just need to click on get started, and then here's options for authentication sign-in providers. So we want first of all just to do the email and password, so click on it, then enable it, and then also save. So the email and password is enabled. Next, let's go back to build. Let's click on Firestore database. Let's click on create database. So here you can change the location to the one closest to you, but I just go with the default here. It's usually the recommended, the one which is near you. So I'm just going to click next. So it gives you a warning that once you pick a location here, you cannot change later on. Okay, so I'm just going to click save. Then here let's start in production mode. You can start in test mode, which gives you a time frames to work on it before you change the rules, but it's okay. Let's just start in production mode. Then I'm going to click enable. So our database is created, and then the next thing that we'll do, let's go head on to the rules. So we can do the tutorial again about the rules later on, but for now, so if it's like this, allow read write if false, then there is no any access given. For now, we only want to give access to the authenticated user. Okay, so let's remove this. Let's say allowed read or write if request dot auth is not equal to now. So here we are checking if the user is authenticated, then they can read and write. Okay, if they're not authenticated, they can't do anything. So let's publish. Let's go again on the build. Now we need the storage. So again, let's click on get started. So the storage will get the same database as the Firestore, the one that you have chosen. So let's start on production mode. So here is the same database as the one you selected. Just need to click done. So we have our storage ready. Let's go to the rules. We can do the same, okay? If request dot auth is not equal to now, like this, and then let's just publish. Okay, so our database is ready. We have set up authentication and the Firestore. Now let's try to sign up the user. Okay, so let's bring this up and then let's go back to our code. So let's go to sign up, and then let's enter here the name. Let's enter our fake email, gmail.com. As long as it's in a correct email format, this should be like that. Then let's enter our 8-digit password. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now let's try to create an account. Okay, so I'm going to first, let's press this, and then now I'm going to press, wait a minute, I don't think we have coded this yet. Let's go to our button. Where is our button? Okay, we are already calling it, it's right here. So let's sign up. Okay, we have an error. Okay, of course, because this provider that we are calling here, we did not set it up. Okay, so let's close that, and then let's go to the main.dat, and then here where we have a game provider, so here let's put a comma, and then let's just bring this down here. Then we can just copy this and paste another one down. Let's go back. We have to put it after this bracket here, so let's paste it here, and then let's put another bracket also here. So this one is going to be authentication provider. Okay, so now we have put it, and then let's run the application. So the application has started. Let's go ahead and test it. Sign up. Let's put the name here. Let's put our email. And our password. Now let's give it a try. So great, I can see here is our print statement. Okay, user created with this ID. Okay, here, great. Now if we go to the browser, we go on authentication, we can see that we have this user and then this ID. So we have successfully created the user. Now we just need to log in this user. Okay,